Good evening and welcome back to the channel and welcome to another episode of Golden Lap. We are here for Season 7, race number 7, I think. And so far, we'll take a look at the calendar, guys. There's only been one man who owns this championship so far. You can see it, Anders Nilsson has blown the competition away. 6 wins out of 6, 4 races to go. And we don't know what's going to happen for the rest of the season, but we did have some ideas. So I'm going to start today's episode not with a press conference, but with another question for you guys, because we got some interesting comments in the last video about what to do if if the save becomes too easy. It's not fun. Let's be honest. It's not as fun. You want to have drama. You want to have like, oh, that was so close. Oh, I just won that one. Only just, you know. You want to have a bit of like jeopardy on there. So there was actually an interesting one about maybe starting a new, interesting comment from Hayden about a new career mode. Trying to go from first to worst now that I've played the game for a little bit more and I know what I'm doing a little bit better. Then there were some comments underneath that about like trying to complete some of the achievements, some of the challenges. We could do that in this career mode as well. We could try and do that. And then there were loads of comments about the Etzolinis stealing our parts. So I'm just going to start with another question, guys. If we win this entire season, what I think I will do is play another season. But if that season is again a dominant season, what I might do is speed up the season by doing 2 races per episode, which would make the episodes longer. Potentially like an hour 20 or something like that. Hopefully not so long, because I wouldn't have the press conference after each race, of course. But do you think that could be a good idea? We could go for another season, but it would only be like 5 episodes, because we'd try and get 2 races done. And then if that season was again dominant, what we could do is then decide with a community poll or something in the comments could spark an idea and do something else. So what do you think of that plan? Would that be a good plan? Let me know what you think. And now we'll go on to the press conference. So, first question is from Punk. Peter, Pickle Picker, from Pickle Papers. Josh, do you think the pressure is getting to Bregman? He's finishing on the podium, but he can't seem to beat Nilsson. Even when he's getting other drivers to drink before the race. Yeah, I don't know if the pressure is... That DNF was not good. Yeah. Like, that's got to be acknowledged. That DNF was not what we were after. It was almost under no pressure as well. So, it's a bit of a weird one that the DNF kind of just came out of nowhere. I don't really know. I don't really know. I think Bregman's probably got to get his head down and try and just collect points and make sure that that Constructors' Championship is ours. You know, it doesn't really look like he's going to get Anders Nilsson. He's not going to chase him. So make sure of second. Make sure you get that silver in second. I don't want to see the pressure getting to him again. If he does DNF again, then we know he's not really up to scratch, you know. Next question for the press conference. Cody O'Neill says, in response to the potential challenges coming up, I have a suggestion. Rumours are circulating that a popular NASCAR driver is being nudged towards the international F1 stage. With night racing dominating, it appears the US have an avenue to one-up the USSR in political fashion. Is this a topic you can comment on? That's a really interesting question, because obviously that's a question adapted to the retro setting, the 70s of this game. I mean, I just do not have enough knowledge of that time period. I almost know I know for a fact that sport was political and was politicized, if that's how you say it, in this time period, with things like Olympic boycotts and just other event boycotts. I think there was also like the big thing about like, was it, I don't know actually if it was this time period of like, didn't the US win an ice hockey championship and then the USSR won the basketball or something, and it was kind of like a weird swap where... Or is that because they boycotted? I don't know. However, the historical context is very interesting. F1 has, for the most of its history, been a very European-centric kind of sports. You know, it obviously has branched out. It's gone to Asia, Southeast Asia. It's gone into the Middle East in recent years. There's been a race in South Africa. There's been a race in, well, races in America, and obviously Canada's a mainstay now, it would seem. So it's always felt a very European-centric thing with like branching out where it does, you know. So I don't really know if that's something that was overly, unless this comment is referencing something specific that I don't know about, like historically, which it might be. In which case, educate me. I would love to learn more. Can I comment on this? If an American driver is a good enough driver to get into an F1 seat on merit, then no more needs to be said. That's all I'm going to say. There we go. Okay. Next up, Albert Stebbins from Horoscopes, Tarot and Motorsport. Given that Nilsson is a Libra and was born in the Australian year of the Wombat, have you any thoughts on his possible move away due to a conjunction of Mars next season? I, again, don't have the knowledge. Horoscopes, Tarot, I don't have the knowledge on that stuff. I know that a lot of people believe in that stuff, and a lot of people, if it brings them comfort to believe in that stuff, then there's no problem with me. Could Knight still be competitive with Bregman and DuPont? If I could grab DuPont from Vernier, if I lost one of my drivers, or if one of my drivers isn't performing, yeah, I don't know, maybe. DuPont's not a bad shout. Next up, J-Dub Rule. Despite the win, you can't be too pleased with the result. Did the team order Bregman to stay in and avoid socialising with his teammates? And do you think that might have been occupying his thoughts? I did not order Bregman to stay in, but he obviously didn't fancy the party, and it didn't really matter because he still lost it at turn 1. I think, you know what, to go back to an earlier question, I think maybe the pressure is getting to him, and I would have to just reassure him that he's doing a good job. He is the second place driver in the standings, so he is doing a good job, and I've got to try and keep him to that, you know. Next up from Adam Hammer. Did Bregman, knowing he couldn't win, crash to ensure Nilsson's tyre last to the end of the race? I don't think so. I don't think Bregman is going to... I don't think any one of my drivers is going to give up a chance for a win, because Nilsson's car could have gone wrong and Bregman would have inherited a win. So I don't think that would have been the case. I'll be honest. Next up. Oh, another question from Adam. Press conference, do you feel the performance of Team Knight last race on a dry track will quell the rainy track rumours? Also, how are your drivers handling the rain rumours? Nilsson doesn't care. He's top of the pile. Bregman, he's probably hoping for less rain to try and catch Nilsson. So he's looking for less rain, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it says... Oh, okay, so Hitch and Baz says, if you sabotage Ezzolini, is that an achievement? Let me check that. Because I will do it if there's an achievement for it. Because I want to try and get all of my achievements. 10 golden laps, 10 pole positions. Have a team member retire. Wow. Have a driver survive 2 crashes, bad crashes. Have your drivers finish 1 and 2. Well, that's what we're going for this season. Flash in the night, that's what we're going for this season as well. Win a championship without building any car park. Though we could go for that. That would be difficult. 100 podiums. No idea on that. Win 3 seasons with the same drivers. I mean, that's another challenge. I might have to do that in like one edited episode, to be honest. Aero era, complete all of the seasons. I will do that. 50 golden laps. Win the championship with the whole team having the same nationality. Win the championship with 2 zero-cost drivers. So there's nothing about sabotage. No, there's nothing about sabotage. So I won't be doing that just yet. There's no real need for it. Here's the question. As for next season, oh, there's another little point here. Next season, you could try swap drivers with Ezzolini and see if they can win. If my drivers can win. That's not a bad shout. I could try that. Jameson. JJ. Daily Bugle. What do you have to say about the rumours that Bregman only crashed due to his steering being sabotaged before the race? I think he was that web-slinging menace. I think Bregman lost concentration. and that's it. Although a web slinging menace might explain something. Let's be honest, he could have stuck his brakes or something. I don't know. David here from the Unassociated Press. Any truth to the rumours that Nilsson was caught cheating on his Hawaiian girlfriend, who then stopped making the rain dance for him? I don't comment on the personal lives of the drivers. Did Team Knight really get fined for leaving all the water taps open in order to keep the track wet? We haven't had a fine, and Team Knight's airplane was observed deliberately flying towards clouds in order to push rain towards the track. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of rumors, and none of them are true. These are some awesome questions. Next up from Professor Peth, reporting for Circular Doro. What do you respond? How do you respond to rumors that as manager of Knight, you've also been breaking your contract and managing a football team? Well, I'm managing loads. I manage Knight. I manage the London Greens football team. I manage Barrow in FIFA. I manage... Oh, trying to take a screenshot. Nope. I did take a screenshot. I didn't mean to. I manage Barrow. I manage cricket teams across the board. I have another racing team on a game that I haven't played in about a year. So my time is well divided, but also well spent. So no dramas there. Next up, we're going to go into the race. And let's go to the race. So I did a little edit to make sure that I know where I can put in the timestamp. We're going to go into the race here today. So I did have a couple of ideas from you guys in the comments saying about how you might want to give the other parts to Bregman or something like that. We're going to build steering again, which is going to boost our steering to 3257. It's going to go to Bregman because it was meant to go to Bregman anyway. That's quite low. I'm going to risk it. It's risky, but I'm doing it. We're spending the money. And are we going to get sabotaged? No, we're not. Wait. So Chapman attempted to sabotage Vernier's engine, but they were caught, and then we were not sabotaged. So Chapman are they're trying to get DuPont. That's what they're trying to do, isn't it? That's all they're wanting. Okay. Asuka Shikanami, Team Bancroft, partied a bit too hard. So did Hamburger. So tries to sabotage a part, and then gets on the drink. I'm not sure about that. I don't think that's the best way to be running your racing team. And out they go. So Fisher from Hemlock was actually fastest out. How fast is this lap? That would be a question, because we want to make sure we can get as many laps in as possible. Oh, Bregman's in the zone. Nilsson's already got past Fisher. What the? That was quick. And Nilsson goes in with a 143.9. Bregman 146.4. Pretty close. 2.5. Not bad. Not bad at all. The Edsolinis are 5.5 seconds behind Nilsson. Right, we're just going to take the best options here. So, that's a good one. So is that. Well, kinda. Not the best. Okay, here's a risky one. And it paid off. It really did. That was good. Okay. We'll send Bregman out again. On you go. Now we'll tune up. And it's got to be engine. Yeah, it's got to be engine. Oh, risky. Oh, it paid off again. Lovely. Look at that. 37 and then a 2. So 39 on both cars there. Way above average. Almost by 10, really. A good start to the tuning. A good start to the episode. Hopefully we have a good one. And yeah, please do let me know in the comments if you think doubling up for next season would be a good thing to do. Because I do want to play all of the seasons. But whether or not every season has to be kind of, for a start, on the channel, I don't know. I want to make the best content for you guys, as well as, what I'm enjoying. Bregman goes Okay, 1:45.3. Nielsen is still faster by about 2.5, but that's all right. So yeah, let me know what you think. I mean, I could even I could even do that for the next season and then speed it up even further for the season after that. You know, I'm not really against having longer episodes. It doesn't really matter to me. I want good content. I want to make sure that people are enjoying it, but I'm not overly bothered about like one race per episode, or how long the episode is really. As long as it's a good episode and we make good progress, that's what I'm hoping for. Okay, so far we are way, way, way ahead, and we're still going to focus up on the engine for Bregman. Not bad. And a risky one. Wow, that did not pay off at all. That was freaking bad. Okay, but this is a qualifying session that looks like it's going to be your fastest laps at the end. We've had so many where we have a bit of rain, or like we're on the inters and then we go onto the wet tires, and it's basically whatever lap you set at the start, that's the position you end up in. But today it looks like it's going to be different. It's going to be the opposite, because the rain is going to go. It's almost gone completely, not just yet. And then the track is actually going to get a little bit better. It's going to be a little bit more grip on the track. Whereas at the moment, it's growing a bit, but it's not great. Okay, so Bregman only went a little bit slower, whereas Nielsen went almost a whole second slower. So now the water is gone completely. Bregman might have a chance. We don't know. Let's see. Okay, so the I was picking there just based on the numbers. I didn't want to do anything that had a 0 on it, because then you are genuinely risking getting nothing out of that tuning. So I didn't want to do that. Tuning up this time again. We're focused up here. Oh, that's risky. Oh, that's perfect. That's even better. There we go. Lovely. And now risky one's down there, but no, it's okay. The car's looking good. The car's looking good for both of them. And I'm going to have a drink. Okay, back to 2 times speed. They're on their out laps. Let's see if we get good. Oh, DuPont is very close to Bregman. Let's see if we get good sectors out here. Purple from Nielsen. Purple again. Bregman was stuck behind Kukkonen, but has recovered and is putting in good sectors. Nielsen improved, and Bregman did improve, but not by a lot. He's still in the 145s, and he wants to get that number down. However, as the rain is now fully gone, maybe he will do just that. Let us see. Okay, Nielsen's actually going to be stuck behind some cars, so he's got to try and get past those guys. Okay, just going on the numbers here. Okay, not bad. Our chassis, I still can't believe that we haven't even upgraded our chassis at all. It was so strong at the start of the season. Okay, Nielsen. Oh, I haven't sent him out. Nielsen is stuck behind Romano. At least Bregman has got a little bit of open track here. Unless DuPont tries to go past him. No, DuPont's going in anyway. So it's going to be white sectors for Nielsen. This might be a chance for Bregman. If he can get a good lap going here. He's behind Kukkonen again. No, got past him. Green sectors and a 1:42.9. What a lap that is. Okay. We are in business with Bregman. We really are. If he can put in a 1:42.9 after that one, he might be able to take pole position from Nielsen in this next lap. It'll be tough. Numbers. It's a numbers game. Oh, that was good. Oh, that was good as well. Out you go. Nielsen stuck behind Jan Schaub, and it looks like Bregman stuck behind Wagner as well. But you should be able to get past Wagner, because you are much faster. There we go, way faster. And in the zone. Here we go. This could be purple set. 139 from Nielsen. What? And Bregman got stuck behind Artie von Heim. Oh, we get a tuning here. We can get this tuning done. Nice. There we go. We got a golden tune on the chassis for Nielsen. Not that he needs any help, really. And Bregman, unfortunately, he lost out at the end there. Once again, he's in P3, but that is a trophy. Starting line regular. We got 10 pole positions over the course of this career mode. Yeah, that's good stuff. And it looks like it's going to be a fully dry race. Okay, so Bregman this time starts on the mediums. Nielsen starts on the hards. And that is a swap from last time. Romano, party too hard. And we're going to watch Nielsen at the start. Here we go. 5 red lights and away they go. And Nielsen has lost it at the start. And more positions after that. What on earth has happened there? What on earth? Both drivers having a time of it. And there's other DuPonts at the top here. It's the different DuPont. You're the wrong DuPont. Interesting. Not Chandler. Oh, it's because Nielsen's not pushing. Oh, that's why. That's why. I wonder. Well, then again, Bregman was pushing and he went backwards as well. So it doesn't matter, does it? Sometimes you're going to get a bad start and that's just how it's going to be. Well done. What happened to all of these guys? They are having such a bad race. Look at these lower teams up at the top here. Okay. Nielsen's got to try and catch Paul Woods. There's a yellow flag. So Shikanami has crashed on the straight there. Must have been contact with another racer. There's no doubt about it. On the straight like that. And we go into a yellow flag period. We're going to lose maybe 2 laps. But overall, that's not so bad. We're running 2nd and 5th. Nielsen losing out to Paul Woods at the start. But is now looking to get the overtake done. 3 seconds behind and is going to push immediately after. And very close to getting the overtake done. Oh, very close. Oh my word, again. Right on Paul Woods' tail. Nielsen is trying to get the job done, but cannot do it just yet. And Bregman is also trying to get the job done on Luana Lovera in the Wayland, running in 4th right now. Nielsen cannot focus, and Bregman cannot get the overtake done either. And so we still run 2nd and 5th. Paul Woods setting a fastest lap until Luana Lovera broke it. Went into the 143s. What a lap that must have been. And Nielsen continues on, trying to get past. But neither of them can get the overtake done. It's so difficult. It's going to have to be a strategy, because these overtakes look like they are incredibly difficult out here on this track. Okay, can't get past Paul Woods. Well, you're running a decent race here. Looking at a 1-stop for Nielsen at the moment. Unless, of course, there's another yellow flag. Oh, Bregman's in the zone. Let's give him a push. And let's see if he can get that overtake done on Lovera. Go on, you can do it. Got a couple of laps of push. Here we go, on the straight. Not quite. There we go. On the slow left-hander. Gets the job done. And is now chasing down. I think that is... Oh, no, back to 5th. Back to 5th. Okay. Nielsen's in the zone. I would like to see if Nielsen could get the overtake done. Bregman back to 4th. And wasn't even pushing that time. And now Nielsen is right. Oh, okay. Can't focus. Can't focus. Calm it down. Calm it down. It is Jacques DuPont running in third, which means it must be Chandler DuPont or Chandler running in seventh. Nielsen cannot get past Paul Woods, which at the moment is actually quite interesting because it means we have a genuine race. We do have a genuine race, and all that chat I was giving about, being too dominant, maybe that's just not the case. Okay, a bit of push time for Bregman, who's actually gone back to fifth. Bregman. Nielsen. What? Oh my word. And so, Nielsen will not win every race of this season because he has just DNF'd. He has done what Bregman did in the last race. Lost it without pushing, without any stress. Just lost control of the car. And now it will fall to George Bregman to try and get not only a podium, but to try and catch up to Paul Woods and get the race win. That is now third for Bregman under yellow flags because I should have pitted. Why didn't I pit? Oh, I'm so... Sometimes, yeah, I am just plain stupid. Sometimes. The yellow flag was there. I was so focused on it being my driver that we've lost, I forgot that the other driver could take a pit stop, gain a bit of time, and potentially have more of a likelihood of getting the race win. I'm dumb. Sometimes I am dumb. I do not think. Yeah. Well played, Josh. Well played. Right, Bregman's on the mediums again. Now what we're going to do is we're going to see when there is a yellow flag. We're either, depending on when there is a yellow flag, if there is a yellow flag, we are going to... Oh, Bregman's in the zone. Let's push. We are going to pit for either hard tyres and try and go to the end at a good rate. Or, if there are yellow flags at the wrong times, we extend the current medium tyres and eventually go onto a pair of softs to absolutely send it at the end of the race. That is the current plan, because with burning, we are 3.3 laps down. So we've got to try and save some fuel now to make sure that we can burn at the end of this race, because we are playing catch up. Bregman can't focus, but we've got DuPont and Lovera just in front, and then Woods is way, way, way off down the road. Usually where Bregman is. Usually. Not today. The good thing is, while Bregman is not focused or whatever, Lovera and DuPont are holding each other up. You know, no one's really pulling away from us because they're squabbling up ahead. Which gives Bregman the opportunity to make up the gap, get focused and try and get the overtake done at a different point. He's up into third now because of a pit stop. DuPont must have gone onto the soft tyres, but has then gone onto the soft tyres again. Which looks like a 3-stop. And I'm like, potentially going for a... Well, I'm going for a 2-stop. But at a maximum, you know? Like, at a maximum, really. But the good thing is Lovera's tyres will also go off. And Paul Woods' tyres will also go off as well. So if there is a yellow flag, we may gain a pit stop on Paul Woods and then just be able to fight at the end. Oh, alright. I think there are chances. And Paul Woods has just had a slow pit stop and comes out in third. Oh, drama. left and right. Pit stops, crashes, no pit stops, tyre choices, yellow flags. I don't even know what could happen next, but I'm going to push Bregman because I've got Paul Woods behind. Can't get past. It's very difficult to get past. Okay, let's calm you down then. Fine. If I burn, what are we at? We're at 1.4 in the negative on the fuel burn. So we can't fuel burn just yet. But we are banking a little bit on some yellow flags coming out. Woods has gone on to mediums. I still do not think the mediums are going to make it to the end. I don't think so. I don't think they will. We are definitely going to have to make another pit stop. Paul Woods has just got past Bregman. But again, Paul Woods is probably going to have to pit stop as well. And if we save our fuel and burn at the end, who knows what could happen. What are we on now? We are on negative 0.7. Okay. It does not look like a yellow flag is coming, but I'm going to give it one more lap. Maybe even 2 more laps before we pit stop. And I think it's just going to be mediums again. Okay, Bregman's in the zone, so we're going to send it and pit stop. Mediums only just make it to the end, but the hards... The thing is if I push with the mediums, I don't think they're going to make it to the end. So I've got to go with the hard tyre. I've got to. I think I've got to here, which I don't really want to. But there were no yellow flags. If I'd have maybe taken advantage of the pit stop earlier, the yellow flag pit stop earlier, maybe we wouldn't be in this situation. Now, what is the gap between us and Paul Woods? It looks like it is 25 seconds. 24, 23. Okay, we calm it down. Bregman's in the zone. I know he's in the zone, but we're going to calm it down. Okay, I'm going to let him push for a little bit. Push, push, push. And then calm it down. And we are currently running at a negative 0.1. So we are very close to being able to push for the rest of this race. Sorry, not push. Burn. For the rest of this race. The gap is 16 seconds. We have got a fresher tyre. A tyre that will last to the end of the race. I don't think Paul Woods' tyre will. And we can now burn to the end of the race. So the gap is 13 seconds. It's already on the way down. 12 and a half. 12 and a half still. 12.3. 11 and a half. It just jumped down an entire second as we continue to burn. Now Bregman is in the zone. I'm going to tell him to push for a lap. And then it will be either Paul Woods will have to pit stop or we will overtake him. I back Bregman to do it. Go on, Bregman. You can do it. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. That gap has gone. My word. George Bregman has cut that gap to 2 seconds. Paul Woods does not know what's hit him. Here we go. Get the overtake done. And this will be a win for Team Knight. But, more importantly, a win for George Bregman. Go on. Go on, George. You can do it. Come on. Half a second behind him. Can't overtake. Yes, you can. I back you to do it. He's going to have to pit as well. Surely he's going to have to pit. Or his tyres are going to go off a cliff. Push it. Go on. Go on, Bregman. You're focused up. There it is. There's the overtake. There is the overtake. Onwards and upwards we go. George Bregman pulling out a performance. What a performance this has been. Oh, what a performance. Anders Nilsson, DNFs. Bregman shows he has still got it. He has still got the quality to bring home not only the race win, but the golden lap as well. The fastest lap. He is the fastest man out there on track. What a performance so far. And now it's going to be go to the end on these tyres. Push when he feels like it, but not too much. Not too much. Just a good amount to make sure he keeps that gap. But that gap is now... Look at that. There we go. Paul Woods made his third pit stop. We've got a 30-second gap and we can run to the end of the race. George Bregman. I am proud of him. I am genuinely proud of him. He got the race win. When everything says Oh, he's not the best driver. Anders Nilsson is the best driver. Well, Anders Nilsson is back in the sheds, back in the garages. He couldn't keep it on track. George Bregman steps up here today. This is it. This is a great performance, and it reminds us all, I hope, of just what he can do. Oh, we're talking about pressure. What pressure? Absolutely brilliant from George Bregman. Brilliant stuff so far. We've only got 9 laps to go. And I'm not going to 4-time speed it, guys. We're going to watch these laps. The gap has actually grown to 40 seconds. 40 seconds. What a performance this has been. My word. 8 laps to go. Make that 7 laps to go. This is next level stuff. 6 laps to go. Here we go. He's in the zone, but I'm not pushing. I'm not risking it even in the slightest. The gap is 45 seconds. Bregman, you don't even need to burn at the end here. You can save the engine a little bit. Save the engine. 5 laps to go. What? I'm so happy with this. I'm not happy with Nilsson. You know, it's a mistake. It won't cost him in the championship. Potentially. I mean, I wouldn't think it will. He is a long way ahead. But George Bregman is going to take a bucket full of points. And unfortunately, Anders Nilsson is going to take away nothing at all. The pole position means nothing if you don't finish the race. Time for a drink. Two laps to go. Here we go. Lap 67 of 68. Last couple of corners. And then we are on the final lap. And here we go on the back straight onto the final lap for George Bregman. He's in the zone. He's got a 50-second gap on Paul Woods in the Ezzolini. He's got another 50-second gap on Luano Lovera, who actually stole the fastest lap. But he takes the win in absolutely imperious fashion there. Paul Woods went on the 3-stop. We went on the 2-stop. And it was clearly the right decision, even with the yellow flag mistake. Maybe it wasn't a mistake. And Laframboise at the end takes the golden lap. Fair play. Goes into the 129s. Fair play. Out of nowhere. Mad respect on that. Mad respect. Whew. Righto. We click continue. George Bregman back on the top step once again, where he will say he belongs. Let's be honest. Ezzolini take 26 points, so they've actually won that race. Technically, they have won that race. They've got more points than us, but it's not going to matter. So Bregman, he gained obviously a full 25 points on Anders Nilsson. The gap is 47. Nilsson cannot afford... He cannot afford more DNFs. No. We're still top of the constructors. And we've got Golden Tune the engine, finish on the podium without... well, we're definitely going to have to use the push mode, so I'm not using that. That is... What a performance. Absolutely brilliant. That is his 4th race win. Nilsson has 7, 6 of them this season, of course. Career points 433 versus 317. It's very close. It's very close. I love the history we are getting between these guys. There we go, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you did enjoy it, then please, leave a like, leave a comment, get involved in the conversations, in the press conferences. It's so fun. I'm really, happy with how this has really boosted the channel and made engagement, and it's awesome stuff. Thank you for watching, guys. Until next time.